That was Scott DeWalt with Be Glorified here on your radio station, AM 930, The Light, Edmonton's Positive Talk. Well, listen to what Paul has to say in 1 Corinthians 13:2. He says, if I have the gift of prophecy or can fathom all kinds of mysteries, he says, if I have faith that can move mountains, but do not have love, I am nothing. So he's telling you, you can have all kinds of spiritual gifts and abilities to be able to have understanding and knowledge. Says you can even have the faith that moves mountain. But all of these particular things have to move in the area of love. Otherwise, he says, I really am of no value. Can you imagine going through life and having all these so-called special abilities, but not operating in love, and actually find at the end of life that you really haven't done anything of real value? In fact, love is the very signature that shows that we are of value when it comes to people around us. When we show God's love, we are instruments of His love, avenues and conduits of His love in our world, which Paul will later on explain what it's all about. He says, you really are no real value to the world around you. There's lots of folks out there that are intelligent. There are lots of folks out there that can move in gifts, but they're selfish and they're, directing everything towards them. They're saying, look at me. God says, and this is how Paul views it, it's how God sees things, not how man sees things, but how God sees things. And Paul basically says the avenue in which we really touch humanity and touch people is the avenue of God's love, that agape love, that love that has no strings attached, but love that gives and love that serves and love that cares. Love that's kind. And describing along that lines, he says, when you do that, that is real value. Not prophecy, not fathoming wisdom, even fathoming faith, having faith. That's what Paul said when he said in 1 Corinthians 13:13, he says, these three remain: faith, hope, and love. Now, faith operates on love, and faith also gives hope, and hope is based on love. It's all about God's love and operating in our world today. A little thought for you today from your friends here at AM 930 The Light, Edmonton's Positive Talk.